Hey everyone, welcome to this video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you how to run the old game Daikatana. I had done a video for this way back. The video had horrible audio when I recorded it, and I had been meaning to get that fixed. I'm actually kind of glad I waited because they did make another patch for this at the end of last year in December. So the install is now very simple to do. You will need the original CD, which is a 1.0, or the Steam or GOG version. You may have your game already patched to 1.1. If you do, you can bypass one of the files we're going to download here, but I'll go ahead and show you how to do it regardless of what version you have. So go ahead and open up our browsers. We're going to go to these two websites here. So navigate to this one here. First, we're going to do the patch. So if you have the 1.0 from the original disk, you're going to want to download this one here, and then also the 1.1 to 1.2. If you already have the game patched to 1.1, you're gonna, or yeah, you'll just need this one. So if you have the original CD 1.0, you're gonna need this and this one. If your game is patched to 1.1, just download this second file here. If you're not sure, just go ahead and download both of them. That way you can find out on the install when you do it. Once these two are downloaded, then we're going to do one more. Now this is the new 1.3 version of it. If you have the Windows 32-bit, you're going to download this. If you have 64-bit, we're going to go ahead and download that one. Now keep in mind, this is just for the US version of the game for Windows. There's other options here, obviously, if you have the other operating systems that are supported, but you want to go ahead and read up, the other instructions on it and so forth. So with that said, we can go ahead and close the browser. We have those three files now. You want to make sure you have your disk loaded, and then you want the window open where you're going to install the game. I always do this ahead of time just to make it easier for myself. So you can either create it, ahead of time, or just have the game installed to the default directory. So let's go ahead into our disk. We're gonna go ahead and run the setup file here. This just take a few seconds. And it's going to tell you right off the bat, when you do the install, you want to go full. It's going to show you the default directory. I do not want that, so I'm going to go ahead and type in the new location. Or like I said, you can choose to do it to the default, however you guys want to do it. So once you've done that, go ahead and click OK. And then they just take a little bit and install the game to where you told it to. And as you can see, it's already putting the files in there. So we'll go ahead and do a fast forward and jump to the end here when it's installed. All right, so we're done with that. You'll get the window here that everything's okay. Do not launch the game yet. Go ahead and uncheck Play Daikatana and click Finish. Now, once you're done with Finish, what we're going to do is go to the folders that have the patches that we downloaded. So you should have either 2 or 3 files up here depending on what version of the game you had. Now the install that I just did was from the original 1.0 disk, so we're going to need both of these files here. So the first one we're going to launch is this one here, the smaller one. So we're going to go ahead and click on Patch It. And I actually clicked on the wrong one, so it's going to be this one here if you're starting from 1.0. And as you can see, it is working now, and you did see the movement on the right side. So there we go. So it is installing the version of the patch. So make sure it's the 10_12 if you have the original 1.0 disk. Now, if you do not have the original install and you have the 1.1, then you're going to go straight from this file here. So now this should work because now it's been patched. There we are, and as you can see, that was super quick. So once that is done, the game should be patched with both of those. So now we want to do the third one, so we're going to go up here and double click on this one. And this is the 1.3 patch, which just came out in December of last year. And the location matches. If for some reason the location is different, just make sure you point to the folder that has the game. Go ahead and click install. There we are. The process is complete. We can go ahead and close that. We should be able to launch that without the game in the drive. So let's test that and hit eject. Make sure that is out of there. We should now be able to launch the game, so we can go ahead and double click on here. And this is how you'll know if the install is correct. So if you see version 1.3 beta, that means you do have the correct patch on there. So we're going to go in here and just, if you need to play around with the settings, I'm going to go ahead and set this to 1920 by 1080. And then you're going to various other options here you can choose from. So I'll go ahead and hit apply changes. There we go. There's other options in here: single player, multiplayer, load, sound, and so forth. You can change your sound settings here if you want to make any kind of changes. Mouse options are here, keyboard, joystick, your other set of options are there. So if you need to click any other options, you're going to find those here. You can change the way the crosshair looks and so forth. I prefer that fourth one. Screenshot format and language. Config, you can go ahead and leave that at current for for whatever you pick now, or you can go ahead and save different ones. And then if you do choose to have different config files, you can load them right from here. All right, so with that said, we should be ready to go. Let's go ahead and launch this in single player and see how good this looks compared to the original one. And you need to pick your difficulty setting here. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and bypass the cutscene by hitting escape. Hit escape again, and there we are. We'll just run around here a little bit so you can see how well this works. Alright, so as you can see, the game is working perfectly fine. So that is it for the video. If you guys have any questions, I'll go ahead and post them in the comments section. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't done so. And we will catch you guys on the next video. Have a great day.